Straight ahead on Virginia Outdoor Life, we have left the studio behind and we're coming to you on location from the Grady White Owners Tournament at the marina at Marina Shores. We will have highlights and results of one of the most popular fishing tournaments in the state. Plus, we're going kayaking, learn the history, and experience the beauty of Lake Drummond and the Great Dismal Swamp Canal. And we've got venison grilling up. Find out whose dish was good enough to win a brand new gas grill. We've got a busy half hour ahead, but all you have to do is relax and enjoy. Virginia Outdoor Life is next. Hi, and how are you? Welcome to Virginia Outdoor Life for Saturday, August 10th. I'm Bob Matthews along with Eric Burnley, and if you haven't noticed, we have shed our usual digs and we have taken the show out on the road. We're here at Marina Shores for the Grady White Owners Fishing Tournament. Did I get that right?
Well, except that we're on the water.
We're on the water right now.
We're on the water, not on the road, but yes, we're at Grady White Owners Tournament. It's an annual event sponsored by Norfolk Marine. It's the largest Grady White Owners Tournament in the country. They have somewhere around 100 boats every year. This year they have 92. Very family oriented. It's set up for the folks that own Grady Whites can fish with the kids and the wife, and everybody can go out and have a great time, come back in, weigh a few fish, maybe win a trophy, maybe win a fishing rod and reel, and have a lot of good food. They feed them big meals on Saturday and Sunday nights. It's just a real good time, and all you have to do to enter is own a Grady White boat.
You gotta love it. It's just a matter of semantics, too.
That's it.
The boats are starting to come in now.
Right.
And what's everybody been fishing for this week?
Well, some of the larger boats tried to go offshore, but the offshore fishing's been a little slack ever since Bertha because of the cold water, so they haven't done too particularly well. Inshore, the fishing's been great. They have two categories, inshore and offshore boat of the year and offshore boat of the year. The inshore boats have been doing real good with croaker and flounder and bluefish, and some spot have been caught. There was a Jack Crevalle caught yesterday, so a lot of good fishing on the inshore grounds. A lot of fish, really. We were out there earlier today, Mike Bibbo and myself and two fellas. We went out and we just had a great time catching croaker and catching flounder. And yesterday we went out and caught a whole bunch of flounder. So it's been real good on the inshore grounds.
Okay, well, I'll tell you what, let's head out to the water and take a look. You and Mike Bibbo out on the water with some of the highlights from this weekend's tournament.
This is the biggest Grady White Owners Tournament in the country, right?
Absolutely, Eric. We've just got that notification 3 years ago when we went over 100 boats, and we've been somewhere around 100 boats ever since.
And how many do we have this year?
92.
92. All
92.
Right.
Slightly off from last year, Eric, but I believe it had something to do with the weather.
Yeah, and it didn't pan out to be as bad as everybody thought it was.
How about that? Beautiful day today.
Beautiful day, beautiful weather.
We promote the family atmosphere. We have door prizes and plaques, but no cash prizes. There are individual prizes for each angler, and then there is a major overall for the boat that has the most first places, and that's both inshore and offshore.
And the only requirement is
that you own a Grady White.
That's right.
Nice.
We're drifting around right now trying to get some croaker. We're going to strip them out for bait and go on back into the third island, see if we can't catch a flounder. We had real good flounder action yesterday. We had 14 keepers up at the high level bridge, but this morning we don't want to go quite that far, so we're going to head on over to the third. With us today we got Mike Jones and Ron DeCastro. They're from Chesapeake, and they're joining us this morning. They were the flounder kings yesterday. They caught more than I did, which isn't all that difficult. This is the second day of the tournament, and we're just out looking around, seeing what the other folks are doing, and talking to folks and seeing how their fishing's going. We've seen some folks catch croaker, seen some folks cobia fishing.
Holy cow.
We saw an offshore boat coming in a little early. We suspect it may be a little bit rough out there on the offshore grounds because of the fact that the wind is northeast. Although it's not real rough, it's still a northeast wind. So that's what we're doing out here today, and we'll see how it goes. See if we can find some. We found some croaker already. See if we can find some flounder, and we'll be back.
Flounder.
Pretty flounder. Mine's come off mine was always flounder too. I see that you learned how to hook them right in the bony part of the mouth.
Oh, yes.
Pretty croaker.
Nice croaker.
That's my baby there. We're gonna have to weigh that one, boys and girls. Oh, oh, what a fish.
Very nice.
Oh, I am so happy.
Here's a parrot croaker.
Oh, there's a parrot croaker, aren't they? Okay. This is Lewis Gillingham. He's the
Zero this thing in.
he's the weighmaster, official weighmaster for the tournament. He is a marine biologist with the Virginia Marine Resources Commission, so everything's on the up and up. Let's see what that one goes. Oh, didn't make it, 1.3.
I've seen croaker up to 2 pounds. Yesterday, Gary Donaldson was fishing for cobia out around the bridge tunnel, the northern section of it, and he had a 23, it was a little bit over 23-pound Jack Crevalle, which are, it's unusual. We see them here usually every year in the summertime, but heck of a fish. You know,
And some nice cobia this year.
Oh, there was one boat that had 5 of them, but the biggest one, we'd heard about it all day long, was when I weighed them here, it was 63 pounds, 63 and a half pounds.
So what's the biggest flounder we've gotten so far?
5.70, so just
5.70.
a little bit under citation size,
And
but a
croaker
nice
almost
fish.
2 pounds.
Croaker up to 2 pounds. I just weighed one a minute ago that was 1.90, so I mean there's a lot of nice croaker out there, and
Right.
that won't get you on the board, but it's a nice fish.
Nice fish, nice fish. Well, we'll put it in for the fish fry so y'all can enjoy it this evening. Thanks a lot, Lewis.
Sure thing. Boom.
Boy, that is some serious croaker you guys
I'm telling you, pretty fish, pretty fish. I'm trying to catch, I love to catch a citation. I just like to start out with one 1.5 pounds. Those were 1.3 pound croaker, both of the big fish. So I'm getting closer.
A man's got to have his goals.
That's right, that's right.
Well, we're going to have more on the tournament coming up in just a little while, but coming up next, look at one of the most beautiful spots for kayaking in the States. It's closer than you think, and it's next as Virginia Outdoor Life rolls on from Marina Shores. Welcome back to the show. We're here at Marina Shores, and before we go on, I want to get a plug in for the boat.
Absolutely. It's a 20-foot Grady White. It's a really nice boat. I've been running it now for a couple of months every weekend, and it does the job. It's a perfect boat for back out in the bay. You've got jump seats in the back. It's powered by a V6 Evinrude 150 horse. You got a compartment up here where you could sleep 2 people, put in a head. It's a really nice little economical package you could take out in the bay and catch all the fish you want.
You got a rough job.
I know it, it's tough, but somebody's got to do it.
Absolutely.
I could really have a cushy job and be a sportscaster, but I passed that up.
I think you have an even cushier job than I do. We got to switch gears right now. We're going down to the Great Dismal Swamp for a little kayaking. We sent photographer Mike Bibbo and producer Mike D out to the Great Dismal Swamp. There they hooked up with Chuck Conley from Outdoor Experience, who took them on a kayak trip that was anything but dismal.
We don't have any real time deadlines to make. We just got to get in and out, so we have plenty of time to do it. It's like I say, just dip it in, just nice easy pull, dip it in, nice easy pull. We got a great day. It's going to be hot. I got a lot of water, so make sure just about everybody has brought their own water bottle, it looks like. Don't let yourself get dehydrated. You just got to take your time and hang out there and wait for us. What we're on right now is the Dismal Swamp Canal. We're going to go about a mile south. It'll probably take us about 10 minutes, maybe 15 tops. And we'll cruise, we'll make a right turn and we'll go up what's known as the feeder ditch. And that's a straight shot to Lake Drummond. How you guys doing? You're moving your boat along nicely. You're all right, a little boat bump is fine. When you find these dead branches on these trees, or these dead trees up on the shore through here, a lot of them have woodpecker nests and prothonotary warbler nests in them. The problem is you have to sit around so long to wait to see if something comes out of one. You hope the timing just happens to be right, so just as you're passing, something will hop in or out, and then you know what's going on. That was a prothonotary warbler. They're a cavity dweller, meaning they'll live in a hole that a woodpecker dug out of a tree. Real common in these swamps. Is this what you thought the swamp was going to look like? about 3/4 of the way across the lake. You're in Suffolk, and you cross into Suffolk from Chesapeake. It's about 2.5 by 3 miles. You know, it's kind of irregularly shaped. But you could easily, you know, getting from one spot to another, depending on where you are, you can paddle about 3.5 miles out here. Uniform depth of it's about 6 feet, give or take a little bit. Right there, that's all you have right there. So it's maybe 4.5, 5 feet. Let's see if I can come up a little bit of bottom. You can feel it. It feels like a pretty sandy bottom there. And not real mucky or anything.
The Eco Tour kayak was something that was relatively new. I hadn't seen much about them. So I called Chuck and we set something up so we could get a bunch of people out here and experience this and got to see Lake Drummond, do a little bit of outdoor activities, get out from the couch.
Well, actually, I like the bald cypress trees in the water. For some reason, those are pretty unique. And just the beauty of this lake, actually, and the reflection of everything in the water and the stillness and the calmness. And I knew that it was going to be, you know, like stillwater kayaking. But this is really beautiful.
Union Camp turned over a big chunk of this property back in like 1974 to the Nature Conservancy, and they donated it to the Fish and Wildlife Service, and they made it all a National Wildlife Refuge out here. Notice there's not even another boat anywhere on this lake besides us. And it's almost always just like this. People just don't come out to the Dismal Swamp.
That's it, you can go down there. It's a beautiful place. I think George Washington surveyed that canal, the original canal that went through there. So it's quite historic and it's quite beautiful. And fortunately, it's one of the areas around that we have preserved in its natural state.
Excellent. Now, I don't know if you can smell it over the fish, but if you can't, it's time to do some barbecue.
Yep.
Our great grill-off giveaway is coming up next. We're going to show you which chef won the grand prize in just a few minutes, plus the outdoor scrapbook. However, before we get to all that, let's take a look at more of some of the final results from the Grady White Fishing Tournament here at Marina Shores. Welcome back to the show. We're here at Marina Shores, and now it is time to give you the second set of winners in our big Great Grill-Off giveaway, sponsored, of course, by the good folks at Commonwealth Program.
Absolutely, and I know all the helpful crew from Channel 3 was up there helping them judge.
Oh yes, we always wear out the carpet going up to the third floor to get out on the roof to do this. A couple of great chefs, couple of great recipes. Let's take a look and see who is the winner for the big Pro Chef Gas Grill. All right, our first contestant is Pam. Now, Pam, I see we got venison here, so what exactly are we cooking with the venison? What's this called?
It's Hunter's Delight with sweet and sour sauce, and this is a loin, and I've chopped it, cut it into steaks and pounded it to tenderize it, and then I've marinated it, and I'll serve it with the sweet and sour sauce.
Sounds good. By the way, before we get started, let's introduce the family that's standing right over here. Mike, get a shot of them right over here. Who we got over here?
Peggy and Amanda and Samantha.
How long do you usually throw this on the grill for?
It's usually on for anywhere from 20 minutes to 30 minutes.
Okay.
I like it to cook, but I like it tender, so I don't like to overcook it. So I think I do cook a little bit on a lower temperature because of that.
Now, Monty is doing something that you don't see a lot. This is actually a venison appetizer. You don't see a lot of those, do you?
Not really. Not too many that I know about anyway.
Now, what is this called?
It's called Korean fire venison. It's been in recipe's been in the family about 20 years or so. and uses a unique mixture of spices. And fire venison says it's hot, but it's not really that spicy. You can do it either way.
All right, here's our panel of judges. Here, our all-star anchor, Leanne Rains, who of course never passes up her free meal, right?
Absolutely not. My husband taught me well.
Smoking like a true news person. Now, of course, we've got Pat Reed. Pat is an instructor at Johnson in Wales. What do you think? These are smelling good over here.
Too good. I think I like this. We need some students that could do this kind of thing here.
Well, you never know. Maybe we can sign these guys up.
This is one of the prizes, a Johnson Wales
scholarship.
This sounds good to me.
So you should check into that with the boss.
I think we're going to check.
And then finally, Joey, who brought us these grills here today. What do you think, Joey? I don't know. It's going to be tough.
I tell you, it looks like it's going to be just as tough as last month.
All right.
Everything looks great.
Tough choice.
Well, the tension is so thick you can cut it with a knife. The jury's deliberated long and hard. Here they come. I'm going to hand it over to the jury foreman here. Go ahead, Joey.
Well, this month as well as last month, it was really tough. It was a really tough decision. But on behalf of Commonwealth Propane, Virginia Outdoor Life, and News Channel 3, Monty, you are this month's winner.
Thank you very much.
You're certainly welcome.
It's time for our favorite part of the show, Scrapbook.
Absolutely. Scrapbook. See those people with their prize catches and whatever.
Let's open it up and take a look, see what we got this week.
All right, here's our first picture, sent in by Brent, Brian, and Garrett Hauser, Virginia Beach, a pair of monster flounder. I'm pretty sure they were taking wireline, trolling over at the high level bridge. Are they pretty fish or what?
That is not bad. That's a nice way to spend the day, bring back a pair of those.
I'm telling you.
Here is Bud Worley of Virginia Beach, 2 fine croaker caught on the Piankatank River. Did I pronounce that right?
Yes, you did.
All right, off a private pier, so not, although not as big as yours, I'm sure, this week.
Oh, no, those are nice looking fish. Especially to come off a pier, they do better up the rivers than we do down here early in the season.
Okay, moving on, picture number 3.
All right, it's Al Chewing from Virginia Beach, 6-pound, 10-ounce flounder, caught June 25th, caught it on my birthday. He got the present, I had the birthday. He was at the 4th island of the Bay Bridge Tunnel. He was using squid and caught aboard the Gypsy. Nice fish, that was a citation.
Well, the sun's going down. We're almost through, but before we get out of here, got to do hot products.
What
do we got this week?
We've got 2 hot products. They're both the same. It's a hat and a T-shirt, and we're going to pull 2 names, and each one of them will win a hat and a T-shirt. This is from Norfolk Marine, and if you're in the market for a boat, there's no better place to start looking than Norfolk Marine. They have Grady Whites, of course, and several other brands that they carry, but of course this is the Grady White Owners Tournament, and that's what these shirts are from.
All right, let's get the box here and pick out some names. Thank you, Mikey. Producer Mike D making a cameo there.
All right, we have Mr. Al Chewing. All right, Al won the
big week for Al.
He's on there with his flounder. Now he's won a hat and a T-shirt. Way to go, Al.
Okay, and looks like Bill Sawtail can win something. Well, we're just about out of time. Out of time. Yeah.
A great tournament. Now we can go up and get something to eat and listen to the reggae band. What could be better?
I'm telling you, the steel drums are playing. That's it for us. Thanks for joining us on Virginia Outdoor Life. He's Eric Burnley. I'm Bob Matthews.
Y'all take 'em easy.
Skeeters and the yellow flies and all that off of them. No, I don't think so.